chat. We're playing Steins Gate. It's never happened before. Oh my god, my volume's on over here. Ew. Get out of here. Don't. I kind of forget how to stream a little bit. This is very loud. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay. Okay. I think we're gaming. I think we're ready to game and be gaming. TBH. Let me check this. Yeah, I haven't been live in like 4 months, sorry. Okay. My B. But we're playing Steins Gate. I know nothing about this game. I accidentally played like 2 seconds of Steins Gate 0 because I thought it was Steins Gate, the first one, and I was wrong. Me. I'm drinking Coca-Cola. I have heard of the butterfly effect. Me when I realize my actions have consequences. I am drinking soda right now, so if I burp, that's why. Conspiracy? Where did my tags go? Fish? LGBT. Okay. Oh, yo, my flip phone. Should I be reading this? I should probably be reading this. Sweat slowly slides down my chin and onto the asphalt. Okarin? Earth to Okarin. A girl is standing in front of me. She calls my name with an inquisitive tilt of her head. We are about to infiltrate deep into enemy territory, yet despite the imminent risk of death, there is no hint of tension on her innocent, childlike features. I like her hair. There's so much of it. I cover my phone's mouthpiece and turn to the girl with an index finger on my lips. You talking to someone? I nod and put my phone back to my ear. Still no sound from the other side. My contact is wise to maintain silence. The whole area could be bugged. No, I was just talking to someone. Everything's fine. I'm about to infiltrate the assembly hall. Still no reply. Looks like they just want my report. It's too dangerous to waste time talking here anyway. I think that's very funny. The idea if he's just talking to no one. Yeah, Dr. Nakabaki got the jump on us, but I'll make sure he tells us everything. What? The organization is already on the move? I opened my eyes wide to match my shocked tone. A girl turns towards me in surprise. I sigh, shaking my head as I rub my temples. I see. So that's the choice of Steins Gate. Elsai Kongru. I speak the parting words, then pocket my cell phone. Steins Gate. Some know it as fate. Semicolon. To others, it is the will of God. You can count on one hand the people in this world aware of its true nature. In any case, we should begin the infiltration. I advance towards Radicon, which is just across the street from the train station. If I butcher any words, feel free to yell at me. I don't know what I'm fucking talking about. Of course, this is enemy territory. I can't just stride through the front door like an average person. I bypass the elevators and escalators and head to the 8th floor by the stairwell. But I only make it to the 7th floor before I have to stop and rest. Who was that on the phone? The girl, Shina Mayuri, immediately resumes our conversation. She followed me all the way here, and she isn't even short of breath. I, on the other hand, am gasping for air with my hands on my knees. Who would have thought an 8-story building would be so tall? I turn to Mayuri while wiping the sweat off my brow. If I told you, I'd have to kill you. Oh, wow. Thanks, Ocarina. Mayuri smiles happily and doesn't pry any further. Those are some eyebrows on her. As always, she is quick to understand my position. We've known each other since we were both little. Mayuri is 16, 2 years younger than me, so she's more like a little sister than a typical childhood friend. I've been looking out for her as long as I can remember. I used to hope that Mayuri might become the key to Steins Gate, but now I've reconsidered. I don't want that terrible fate for her. She should live a normal life. That is my present wish. It had a zoom, so I went. We continue to the 8th floor and enter the assembly hall. In front of us stands a cheap-looking stage with a podium and a sign reading, Dr. Nakabaki's Time Machine Press Conference. Ocarine! Ocarine! Mayuri insists on calling me Ocarine, but it's neither my real name nor my code name. It's just one of those annoying nicknames people use. How many times do I have to tell you? Don't call me Ocarine. Huh? But I've always called you that. That was then. I have since become Huin Kuyoma, the insane mad scientist hunted by secret organizations to the world over. Mwahaha. I feel the need to go in a deeper voice when the text appears more slowly. But it also throws me off. But that's too hard to remember. In any case, Hoyon Kayoma is my true name. I'm gonna mess that up so many fucking times. I'm so sorry. Besides, it doesn't even sound like Okabe Rintaro. You're weird. Cease your foolish laughter. Okabe Rintaro may be my real name, but I have rejected it, for it is stupid. And so I also hate the derivative, Ocarine. Come on, it sounds like that elf boy's blue pipe thing. So, Okadine, can I ask you something? In one ear and out the other. She's been calling me that for 5 years now, so maybe it's time to give up. Maybe. What are we doing here? Wait, you followed me here without knowing why? Yup. She nods without dropping her smile. We're here for Dr. Nakabaki's press conference. We're standing in the assembly hall on the 8th floor of Radaikon. It is here that the conference will be held. Dr. Nakabaki is an inventor. He appears on TV from time to time and only has a few patents under his belt, but mostly he is treated as a curiosity. Press conference? But where are the reporters? Mayori's right. I've scanned the entire hall, but there's no one who looks like a reputable reporter or a cameraman. There are only about 10 of us standing in the hall, including me. Considering Nakabaki's moderate media presence and the fact that he claims to have invented a time machine, I would have expected more. Could this be the organization working its twisted influence? I twist my lips into a sneer. I thought that Nakabaki was like me, a scientist fighting to overthrow the organization. But this press conference suggests other motives at work. Our enemies won't miss this chance. I'd prefer not to get wrapped up in his mess. Nevertheless, I'm interested in what he has to say. That's why I'm here, blowing an afternoon of my precious summer holiday. Mayuri ponders on my utterance for a while before finally turning her head. You grabbed something? Is it his birthday too? I let out a sigh. Mayuri is known to not only make bad jokes, but to laugh at them too. I can't not relate. She's just like me. She's always been special. Keep your guard up, Mayuri. I suspect this won't be a normal I didn't even finish my sentence. Are we under attack? Are they trying to fry our brains with electromagnetic waves? That's what that sounds like for sure. Dust falls from the ceiling as the floor shakes. We're definitely under attack. It's coming from above, but we're on the top floor. All that's above is the roof. An earthquake? Is it magnitude 2? What does magnitude mean again? No time to deal with Mayuri's confusion. Something's not right about this. I bolt out of the conference hall and run up the stairs to the roof, ignoring the no trespassing sign in my way. The door is open. Upon closer inspection, I realize the lock has been broken. I open the door and see a billowing cloud of black smoke. There's some kind of phosphorescent dust sparkling in the air. An explosion? I can't believe it. Was there really an explosion? My heart is racing. Damn, I don't know what to do. Should I run away? But why an explosion? Terrorists? No, that doesn't fit. I mean, how do you explain that? Ah, but it's a time machine. What the? A strange machine is sitting in the middle of the roof. This is just like Earthbound. It's huge, maybe 3 meters tall, and looks kind of like a satellite. That does not look like a fucking satellite. Did that thing cause the shaking just now? Who put it here? Was it Dr. Nakabaki? Is this part of his presentation? Impossible. Even if that were the case, how the hell would he get it up here? My head is bursting with questions. As I search for the courage to approach the machine, a throng of reporters and building staff bursts onto the rooftop. They look just as confused as I am. Please stay back, everybody! And then a woman, who I assume is a staff member, appears to wave us back. The press conference will proceed as scheduled. Is she trying to hide something? Her response was unusually quick, almost like she's trying to keep me away from that device. I've got a nose for conspiracies, and this stinks of a cover-up. What are they hiding? What was that explosion? I had a Danganronpa phase, if you couldn't tell. I had a Danganronpa phase, and that's why I read things the way I do, I think. With the tone and the poses, I think. I think that's it. I think that's what did it. I want to know, but I shouldn't risk getting any closer. I turn and leave, but not because I'm scared or anything. Staff members lead all of us back to the 8th floor. Mayuri is nowhere to be seen. She's not in the event hall either. I find her on the 7th floor. Several capsule toy machines are lined up next to a plate reading Birthplace of the Japanese PC. She's gazing upon them with a wistful look. I breathe a sigh of relief, then take out my phone. It's me. I've got a bad feeling about this. Something's happening, and I have no idea what it is. Hey, Shotty. Yeah, I know. Don't worry. I won't do anything to jeopardize the mission. Else I congru. After I speak the words and hang up, I'm able to wipe the sweat from my forehead. Hello? My cat is present. Hey. My sweat is cold! Half of me hopes something will happen. The other half fears the same thing. I put away my phone and look back at Mayuri. She's still staring at those capsule toys! She doesn't seem to be worried about the explosion at all. I can't decide if she's level-headed or just airheaded. What are you doing? Well, I really want an Oopa. Just as I thought. Mayuri points to a capsule machine. The sign on the front reads, Rainet Kakeru 3D character doll series. Rainet Kakeru is a popular anime series with its own card game spin-off, Rainet Access Battlers. They even hold international tournaments. Oopa is the series' mascot character. It resembles an elliptical egg with limbs sticking out, like some kind of deformed dog. It's what they call an ugly cute character. High school girls find these creatures adorable for some reason. Last year, an ugly frog character was the rage. Its name escapes me, though. Then, go for it. I can't guarantee you'll get an Oopa, though. Hello? Mayuri gives me a troubled smile. What the fuck is going on? But Mayushi's all out of 100 yen coins. Mayushi is what Mayuri calls herself sometimes. According to her, it's supposed to have an star and star at the end. Mayushi star. But who really cares? So, can I borrow 100 yen? Please? She holds her hand out with a look like a begging puppy. Looks like she was planning this from the very beginning. Well, at least she didn't say gimme. Do you think it's that easy, Mayuri? You'll get no money from me. Instead, I'll show you just how harsh real life is. My god. I pull out a 100 yen coin, set it into the machine slot, pull the lever. The machine explodes. Ah. I open the capsule and take out the contents. Mayuri leans forward eagerly to see what I got. It's an Oopa! And it's metal! A metal Oopa! Is it rare? Super rare! I throw it outside of the window and it lands into that weird machine that was on the building. While I examine the metal Oopa, a boy who was watching us tries his luck on the same Raynet machine. A normal Oopa. He looks at my metal Oopa in resentment. I turn to see Mayuri's sparkling eyes also fixed on the Oopa. Hey, high school girl, you're acting like a little kid. I give this creature of metal to you, Mayuri. Honestly, I don't want it. Really? Are you sure, Okarin? The name's Hyoin Koyoma. Ehehe. Thank you, Okarin. Is she doing it on purpose? Thank you all for coming to Dr. Nakabaki's Time Machine press conference. I hear the announcement from the floor above. Sounds like they're starting. I head to the stairs, but Mayuri doesn't follow. Let's go, Mayuri. Just a sec. I gotta write my name. Bless me, I guess. She's preoccupied with the metal Oopa. I go on ahead. Oh my god, a guy. 6, 9, 10. There was 11 people in there, including you. Without further ado, I am pleased to introduce the inventor, Dr. Nakabaki. Please welcome him with a big round of applause. Dr. Nakabaki enters to sparse applause. He walks up to the podium. He's already wearing a frown for some reason. I can feel his irritation from here. I am Dr. Nakabaki. Thank you all for coming. Nakabaki takes the microphone and begins to speak, his voice brimming with confidence. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to begin with my theory of time travel, the greatest scientific breakthrough of the century. Did he really build a time machine? Mayuri appears after writing her name on the metal Oopa. She's a bit late in more ways than one. What did she think a time machine presentation would be about? I take another look around the room. There are about 20 people now, including us, but still no media presence to speak of. So this is the extent of Dr. Nakabaki's fame. No one believes that he invented a time machine. I was interested in what he had to say, true, but my expectations were no higher than the rest of the onlookers. And a good thing they weren't, as he proceeds to... And a good thing they weren't. As he proceeds to explain his time machine design, my curiosity quickly turns to disappointment, then anger. Doctor! My roar silences Nakabaki and draws the eye of every person in the room. Do you take us for fools? Who the hell are you? Who the hell am I? Someone who knows you for a fraud. That's who. You stole your theory from John Titor, and you call yourself an inventor? He brought my mouse with me. Oh, fuck. Someone throw this man out. You're the one we should throw out, Doctor. Have you no shame? You have no right to call yourself an inventor. Shut your mouth, you little pest. Just then, someone grabs my arm from behind. Quite convinced it's an official here to throw me out, I turn around to glare him down. It's Mayuri. Unhand me, you. Huh? It's an incredibly cute woman. It's a girl about my age. Her intense stare seemed to challenge me. I take a step back. Her face looks somehow familiar. Where have I seen her before? On the title screen. Ah. We haven't met, but I know her face. It's Makise Kurisu. A few days ago, my friend Daru showed me a magazine article titled Girl Genius Gives Lecture in Akihabara. The article was about a 17-year-old girl who had just graduated from an American university. Her thesis was even published in a major scientific journal. Making the memory data is possible. Somewhat 17-year-old Kurisu equals Makise announced a surprising thesis in Far Eastern Island nation. This thesis, even if it is possible, each man's making to data is possible, it making each man's memory data. The possibility is bold and it discusses it in detail. The research and study are that credibility is very high, and it is certain only in possible present technology and knowledge will advance through. It has already gotten excited pros and cons about content of the thesis, and the saying G is unfolded in not only the physics in the future, but also is but also a field, perhaps the composed theory. Hereafter, the thesis on the temporal lobe and all man's theory, it was analyzed from the neural... She's even wearing the exact same scowl. What business could such a genius have with me? She takes a quick look around the room, then turns back to me with a stern expression. Could you come with me for a moment? She's gonna kill me outside. What's with the attire? She's obviously not staff, and there's no way that Makise Kurzaru would be working with someone like Dr. Nakabaki. Which means, no! You're with the organization? Huh? If their tendrils have gotten this far, then I've made a grave mistake. Stop fooling around and come with me. My outburst has already attracted too much attention. Nakabaki, in particular, looks like he wants to rip my head off. It must be mortifying to be exposed as a fraud by a bright young man like myself. Anyway, I mustn't draw any more attention to myself. If the organization gets wind of my presence here, it could endanger Mayuri, to say nothing of these ignorant civilians. My God. I let Makise Kurzaru lead me out of the assembly hall. And then I book it! Try anything and people are sure to notice. What will your superiors say then? What are you talking about? She glares at me, quite fiercely at that. Attractive though she may be, there is no innocence in her eyes. A beautiful agent unmatched in cruelty. My heart beats in exhilaration from the danger. Looks like chaos really does get my blood pumping. Heh heh heh. I just need to ask you something. What makes you think I'll answer? I know how the organization operates. What's with this organization stuff? Instead of answering, I take out my phone and put it to my ear. It's me. I've been caught by an organization agent. Yes, it's Makise Kurzaru. She's a dangerous one. No, it's fine. I'll find a way to... Kurizu suddenly snatches the phone from my hand. What skill? I didn't have time to react. What are you doing? Huh? Your phone's off. Who were you talking to? Her eyes pierce deep into my soul. I quickly look away. She's good. She trying to attack my sense of identity in order to cause a mental break? Recover. This isn't enough to sway me. Your techniques don't work on me, but I'll tell you anyway. That's no ordinary phone. It's designed to deactivate the moment it leaves my hand. Wahahaha. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Such measures are necessary to maintain secrecy. I know things that could get me killed. I quickly retrieve my phone and wipe the cold sweat off my forehead. Ooh, that was close. So you talk to yourself? Gah! This is bad. Ordinary methods don't work on Mikise. Kurizu, the genius girl. On the contrary, she's the one psyching me out. Damn, looks like I'll have to make a tactical retreat. If I can just find an opening. Suddenly, Kurizu steps up to me with a serious expression. She stares right at me, her huge eyes blazing with strength of will. Such fire, I can't look away. Could someone with such pure eyes really be an organization agent? What were you trying to tell me earlier? Earlier? What are you talking about? About 15 minutes ago, before the conference started. Nonsense. This is the first time we've met. I was with Mayuri in that Upa toy 15 minutes ago. You were trying to tell me something, right? You looked really upset. Is this a trap? It does seem like one of the organization's dirty tricks. But would this girl do something underhanded? You looked like you were going to start crying any second. Why? Have we met before? She seems sincere. That makes her even more suspicious. That's right. Don't let her beauty fool you. I think this guy is just extremely mentally ill. Is this game about, like, psychosis or similarly natured, like, mental illnesses? She's a cold, calculating secret agent. If I show the slightest vulnerability, I'm done for. And how do you know my name? My knowledge has no limits. I am a mad scientist, after all. Genius girl, our next meeting shall be as enemies. Huh? Farewell! Mwahaha! I spin around and take off down the stairs, ignoring her call to stop, like I'd listen to the enemy. I feel like Ace would like this game. Damn the organization. They must be serious if they're sending in agents like her. I run all the way down to the 4th floor and check behind me. Once I'm convinced Mikise Kurizu's not tailing me, I sigh while rubbing my temples. But I can't let them capture me yet. I say out loud, well then, what do I do now? My mission was to attend the conference and evaluate Dr. Nakavaki's research. Now that I know he's a fraud, there's no real point in going back. Guess I'll just go home. You're missing someone. But wait, aren't I forgetting something important? Let's see now. What is it? A whole person. Damn, I left Mayuri behind. I knew she'd be a liability. I shouldn't have brought her along. I was trying to prioritize her safety, but got careless. I'll try calling her first. If she's alright, then I can just have her meet me here. Phone just turns on normally? Okay. With that thought in mind, I take out my phone and I turn it on. And it rings just as I do. Huh? An email? Oh, it's spam mail. It's not just a regular email. There's a video attached. It's a fucking virus, dude. And it's from an unknown address. I opened the video file with some trepidation. Huh? There's nothing but noise. Is this a prank? Or some sort of Makize Kuruzu style attack? Maybe the noise is some kind of make people go crazy frequency. No, wait, I don't remember giving her my mail address, so I'm probably just thinking too hard. I curse myself for being gullible enough to play the video. I have more pressing matters to deal with anyway. It's literally a virus. I stopped the video and called Mayuri's phone from my address book. Damn it, Mayuri! Why won't you pick up? Looks like I'll have to go back to the assembly hall. But things will get messy if I bump head with Kuruzu again. Wait, don't tell me. Did that femme fatale... Did that femme fatale kidnap Mayuri? Damn you! Is that how the organization works? Operates? Leaving without Mayuri isn't an option. Call me overprotective, but she's like a little sister to me, and there's a very real danger she might wander off somewhere the moment I let her out of my sight. Mayuri has always been like that. I never know if she'll be there when I turn to look. In a sense, that's why I became Puyoin Kayoma. I have to go back for her. The thought of climbing back to the 8th floor is depressing, but I have no choice. I think he's just mentally ill. When I get back to the assembly hall, Dr. Nakabaki's conference has just finished. Nobody is on stage and the phony inventor has already left. The 20 or so members of the audience are starting to pack up. I soon find Mayuri. She's in the corner looking lost. Well, at least she wasn't kidnapped. Even better, I don't see Makize Kuruzu anywhere. Heh. Looks like I scared her off. So be it, I'll let her go this time. Still, I keep my eyes peeled as I run up to Mayuri. Mayuri, why didn't you pick up? We're leaving. Oh, Karin, my metal Upa ran away. She turns to me with a forlorn expression. What the fuck did I just do? Ran away? What? It's alive? That's a little hard to believe. I think I dropped it. I see. So she was looking for it. Not like it really matters. Forget about it. You can always get another one. No way. Metal Upas sell upwards of 10,000 yen online, you know? Wait. What? That toy was worth that much? Think, Mayuri. Where did you drop it? I don't know. That's why I'm looking. And even if we find it, you can't sell it, okay? Wahaha. That 10,000 yen will fund my research. She already carved her name on it. I said you can't sell it. It even has Mayushi's name on it. Thus begins our search for the metal Upa. Okay. Mayuri tries calling its name. I don't know if she truly expects a response. By the way, Dutaru is Mayuri's catchphrase. It means... Actually, I've never bothered to ask what it means. Anyway, the metal Upa is nowhere to be found. Maybe she didn't drop it in the assembly hall, but on the 7th floor landing near the capsule toy machines. Another possibility is that someone with an eye for rare items pilfered it. Just imagining the smug grin on that person's face makes me writhe with envy. What kind of man steals a helpless girl's toy? Is there nothing in his heart but lust for money? Sounds like you, Okarin. Wow. Whoa. Wasn't expecting that from Mayuri. Whoa. What was that? Was that a scream? I think so. Only the presenter and a few other people are left in the assembly hall. Including Mayuri and me, less than half the audience remain. Everyone looks at each other anxiously, startled by the scream. Even I can't suppress a shiver. First the explosion on the roof, now this. What's going on here? Something's not right. Mayuri squeezes my hand tight. Stay here, Mayuri. I take a deep breath, prepare myself, and head in the direction of the scream. The echoes lead me down a dark, empty hallway on the same floor. I'm pretty sure it came from around that corner. I crouch down and turn the corner slowly, keeping my eyes and ears peeled for any sign of danger. And there, at the end of the passage, I see it. There's something on the ground. No, someone. Motionless. Who is it? The clothes are familiar. It can't be. That incredibly attractive woman from earlier. What? Makise Kurizu. Her face is turned away, but I know it's her. The impertinent genius girl I fought with 10 minutes ago is now face down in a pool of bright red blood. She's dead. No. But why? Suddenly, I realize that I'm shaking. I want to run. Run away. I shouldn't have come. This is wrong. Someone killed Makise Kurizu. There's no other explanation. Who would do such a thing? There's no one else here. Wah! I twist around in shock. Some other men have followed me, and every one of them is ghastly pale. They must have seen the body. Call the police! A man cries out in panic. At this, everyone else starts screaming and running away. I follow them, of course. There's absolutely no reason to stay here. Concern for Makise Kurizu is superseded by my instinctive urge to flee. When I get back to the assembly hall, Mayuri is waiting for me with tears in her eyes. What happened? Okarin? Wait, we're leaving! I grab Mayuri's hand and run. I race down the stairs trying to drive the image of Kurizu's dead body from my mind, but I can't. The redness of her blood is burned into my mind, more than the sight of the body itself. That was my first time seeing a dead body. Is this what it's like? When I realized that she was dead, I felt chilling terror and a sense of nausea. But that was all I felt. Fear and disgust. Shouldn't there be something more? I guess I just didn't know her that well. I finally stop once we get out to the main street, Chuodori. My chest pounds, my breathing labored from running down the stairs at full speed. Hey, what happened? You look really pale. Mayuri doesn't seem to comprehend the situation. I guess it's because she didn't see the body. She's not even breathing hard. She looks slow, but she's actually pretty fast on her feet. Someone died. I take several deep breaths. The color of that blood still stains my brain. But I've calmed down a bit. Makise Kurizu is dead, and I don't know who the killer is. Sirens in the distance. I guess an ambulance will be here soon. Then the police will arrive, and this area will become a crime scene. But for now, the crowds milling through Akihabara have no idea what's happened. Everyone is going about their business as usual, the never-ending search for electronics, moe, and porn. Just another day in Akihabara. I take my phone out of my pocket, perhaps out of reflex. I'm not sure what I plan to do with it. Oh, I know. My friend Daru. I'll tell him what happened just now since he knows about Makise Kurizu. Yo, dog, you're not gonna believe this shit. I suppose it might be disrespectful to the victim, but my adrenaline is pumping. I can't make calm decisions after witnessing something like that firsthand. That's how humans are, after all. We're not as special as we like to believe. At the end of the day, we're nothing but dirty, slime-like flesh. Our souls fester in semen left to rot in the womb. That's how we humans are. I'm not sure I agree with that. While wallowing in a bit of angst, I began to type on my phone. Just saw a dead body, lol. Someone stabbed Makise Kurizu. Looked bad. Hope she's okay. Don't know who. Someone stabbed Makise Kurizu. Don't know who. Looked bad. Hope she's okay. I don't know if she was stabbed. That just seems like the most logical explanation given the amount of blood and the absence of a gunshot. On the other hand, I didn't write that she was dead, even though I'm pretty sure she was. I can't exactly explain why I didn't. If I had to say, I guess it felt like writing it down would set it in stone. It might make me feel guilty as well. The thought brings a smirk to my face. It's not like I'm the one who killed her. Why should I feel guilty? You were only the last one that saw her alive. I just saw someone's death up close, and only a few minutes later, I'm smiling. Am I really that cruel and cold? Yeah, you should see a therapist. Well, I am a fiendish mad scientist, so it suits me. I finished typing and placed my thumb over the send button, and then I pressed down. Sending. There's no connection here. Oh? What? What was that? Wait, look around. Duh, I'm in the middle of the road. They're gone. Summer break. Noon. The busiest street in town. Just now, dozens of pedestrians vanished into thin air. Is that a dream? Is this a dream? Am I hallucinating? Yep. I don't know. But they're gone. I saw them vanish with my own 2 eyes. I stand petrified, speechless, and alone on the empty street. Desperate to find someone, anyone, I look up. And they're at the top of Radicon. Sticking out from the 8th floor event hall where we just were. Hi! Hi, TwitchBot. Hi, Twitch chat. It's a crashed satellite. Oh, that's not supposed to be there. Hi, Allie. I have no idea what's going on in this game. I've been playing it for like, I don't know, a little while. I have no idea what's going on. Jamites in. Wheel. The guy. I like it too. I think that's very fun. Jamites. I feel like the past like 2 years I've just like exponentially grown the list of nicknames because I used to just like not have any nicknames ever. And now I got what? J-Dog, J-Man, Jamites, Jambles. Women. What's called Alpha? Yeah. True. Is that your name on Steam? Spotify? Did I say Spotify? I meant Steam. On Steam on Wii for okay. I might be thinking of my other friend that has the name Alpal. Actually, I think I definitely am. Hey you, can you see us? He's peeking. Ring camera cam. Why won't you answer? I'm asking you a question. Yes, you on the other side of a monitor. Your silence only strengthens my hypothesis. This guy is so fucking silly. I suppose that, from your perspective, it appears that we are the ones inside the monitor. But that's where you're wrong. For it is you who are inside. Your reality is nothing but lies and shadows. Naturally, that includes you, too. True reality is on this side of the screen. Don't believe me? I don't blame you. You are those who can handle the truth. I bought reality on Steam. But no matter, I shall speak in simpler terms, easy enough for you to understand. This is the Truman Show. Real. This is the Future Gadget Laboratory, located in the Akihabara district of Tokyo. We call it, simply, the lab. Our purpose is to shatter the system and plunge the world into chaos. Really? You shouldn't do bad things, okay? Quiet. I'm a mad scientist, remember? From the station, head down Chuodori until you reach Hirocho Station, then take a left onto Kuramaibashi Dori. In the alley before the traffic light, you'll find the rundown Oyama building. The lab is on the second floor. On the first floor is a store of ill repute called the Brawn Tube Workshop. You can't miss it. I love how slow the text appears. It deals exclusively in CRT monitors, of all things. Can you imagine? Even in the heart of Akihabara's electric town, the demand for CRTs is practically non-existent. But the proprietor, I can't talk, I can't read, of the Brawn Tube Workshop, Tenoji, is also the owner of the building. That's how he can afford to maintain his ridiculously niche hobby shop, even as land value continues to rise. He may seem a rough sort, but he was no match for my charisma. Now the entire second floor is mine for next to nothing. Mwahahaha. This guy is off his fucking rocker, dude. I digress. The Future Gadget Laboratory is currently experiencing a severe shortage of manpower. We welcomed dedicated scientists from all fields to apply. At present, our researchers are... Ocarine. You've gotta say lab mems, not researcher. He has self-identified as a mad scientist at least like 3 times. Our lab mems, laboratory members, are 3. I am the founder of the Future Gadget Lab. Lab mem number 001. The insane mad scientist, Koyoin Koyoma. Ocarine is cuter though. New tip, cosplay. Next we have our resident cosplayer and only female member, Lab Mem number 002, Shina Mayuri. Call me Mayushi. I like making costumes more than wearing them. Super hacker. And last we have our resident super hacker, Lab Mem number 003, Hashida Itaru. Stop calling me that. It's super hacker, duh. Here at the Future Gadget Laboratory, we devote ourselves to the art of invention. For details, see our lab's homepage. Our top priority, of course, is to develop weapons for the war with the Dark Dominion, but that research has spawned a number of offshoot inventions. In fact, that's all it has spawned. Our arsenal of future gadgets is up to 8, but this is just the beginning. I have a total of 108 inventions to create. Like in that tennis manga, right? I get it. No, it's the number of earthly desires and mortals, you @channel junkie. The fuck is an @channel junkie? And I thought I told you not to interrupt me when I'm talking. Yeah, wouldn't want to interrupt you talking to yourself. I'm not talking to myself. Can't you see? I'm talking to the person behind the monitor. Ah, he just grinned. What are you grinning about, damn you? You don't even exist outside that monitor. Don't look at me. Just say don't look at me. I don't think that's gonna work. It appears our attempt to communicate have failed. It's sad to see someone so deeply in denial of reality. Maybe they think we're in the game? I doubt it's even occurred to them. 2D girl. But aren't your 2D girlfriends the same way? That's different. Those girls are my wives. Nobody cares about your harem. Your harem. But Mayushi talked a very interesting theme, you know? What if we're actually just characters in a game? Anyway, we can know for sure. Anyway, we can know for sure? No. Come on! Such questions are meaningless. Our time is better spent thinking of ways to destroy the system. They're gonna hack my computer! Nice tuna view. Nice tuna view, bro. I don't know what that is. I step back from the monitor. What the fuck? Displayed on the screen is the ugly, cute character Alpaca Man. This is a game called Alpaca Man 2, where you speak to Alpaca Man via microphone and watch him react. The game exploded in popularity when it was released 10 years ago, but personally, I only find the ugly part of ugly cute to be true. I bought it yesterday, 500 yen used. Headset included. Is this what he thinks we are? I turned to Daru with a menacing glare. Shut it, hacker. I'm no Chunaview patient. Chunaview? I don't know what that is still. I sweep my hair back and flash a devilish grin. This reads like fanfiction. I am Hyun. Kayoma! That's your character's name, right? Oh, Daru. Your communication skills are beyond repair. I'll have you know I go to a ton of offline meets, and I'm always the life of the party. This fat, bespectacled guy is my brother-in-arms and right-hand man, Hashida Itaru. Nickname, Daru. He is a hardcore otaku. You can always find him in front of the computer playing games and watching anime. He has 2D wives on whom he cheats with 3D maids. I don't agree with his preferences, but to him anything's fine as long as moe. He's the reliable and sealed partner who brings my ideas to fruition. Despite his insistence that software is his forte, he shows remarkable aptitude with hardware as well. Ow! The needle bit my finger. Over here, nursing a prickled finger, we have Shina Mayuri, a 16-year-old high school student. If you believe it, I've known her since we were both small. She's also an otaku. Nowhere near Jara's level, though. This ditzy girl is in charge of the lab's official costume division for women, and today she's working on costumes at her leisurely pace. Why does the Future Gadget Laboratory need costumes for women? It doesn't. The truth is that Mayuri is completely useless. Still, there's no way I would ever kick her out. After all, she was the first one to join the Future Gadget Laboratory. I still remember the day Mayuri first came to the lab. It was spring, she said to me. Mayushi is Okurin's hostage. I belong here. Well, that certainly was cryptic. But her offer was my salvation. For she was the first to join me on my magnificent quest. She saved me from a solitary life on the run from the organization. I will never forget her kindness. Mayuri doesn't have to be useful. Her being here is enough. So, did Alpaca Man say anything? Nope, nothing. The human-faced alpaca inside the monitor was completely unresponsive. So unresponsive you'd think the game was bugged. Whatever, I give up. Never again will I play this boring game. Damn antisocial alpaca. I curse his name and smack the TV. As soon as I do... Huh? The TV makes a sound like it's shorted, and then the screen goes blank. I changed the channel. Nothing. Check the power cable. Nothing. You broke it! Whack it again. Nothing. I guess it's broken. Damn. This crummy TV is on lease from the Braun Tube workshop downstairs. It's probably just old. You made Mr. Alpaca angry. Damn. I'll have to get it repaired later. I turn off the TV and lie down on the couch. I'm fed up with the humidity of Japanese summers. I stare at a conspicuous stain on the ceiling while fanning myself. I close my eyes. And what naturally comes to mind is that impossible scene I saw an hour ago. Oh, right. We've been here already. What's wrong? Mayuri's voice brought me back to reality. Mayuri hadn't disappeared. She was right there, looking at me with questioning eyes. Everyone disappeared just now, right? Huh? You saw it too, right? Just now, before our very eyes. Panic took hold as the enormity of what had just happened struck me. Unable to control myself, I grabbed Mayuri by her slender shoulders and shook her. Did you see it, Mayuri? You saw it, right? Huh? Huh? Mayuri's head flopped back and forth from my shaking. I didn't see anything. You didn't? I looked deep into her unvectored sprite as it zoomed in. I stopped shaking her and looked straight into her eyes. She returned my gaze with eyes clear as glass marbles. You saw nothing? Nothing at all? There were people here a second ago, weren't there? There were? Even the store employees are gone. That's impossible by any measure. Of course. Of course they are. Reply didn't make any sense. It was like this when we got here. Oh, I know. You're seeing things, aren't you? I'm sure it's because of the heat. Doo-doo-doo. How could she laugh at a time like this? I always thought she was a little bit strange, but maybe her brain is actually broken. I think your brain is broken. I think his brain is broken a little bit. I realized that she couldn't help me. With nowhere else to turn, I looked up at the bright blue sky. There wasn't a cloud in sight. The scorching summer sun shone bright. The scorching summer sun shone bright through the gaps between Akiba's buildings. Naturally, my eyes drifted to the top floor of Radikan, where I had just been a moment before. Oh, no way! This is the first time I'm seeing that. It's not. There it was, an enormous machine, like some sort of satellite, embedded in the roof of the building, where, not 5 minutes before, I had found Mikuse Kurizu's body in a pool of blood. What happened to her? Just before everyone disappeared, I could have sworn I heard an ambulance siren. Mikuse Kurizu might still be in the dark, narrow passageway, cold, bloody, and alone. The thought disturbed me, but the question at the forefront of my mind was, what the fuck is that? What the hell is that satellite doing there? Right before Dr. Nakabaki's presentation, the building had shook like a bomb had exploded. The roof door lock had been broken, and beyond it, someone had placed a satellite-like machine, shrouded in smoke and glowing dust. When I first saw it, the satellite was on the rooftop. But that's not what I was seeing now. The satellite had penetrated the top floor of the building, obliterating the room where Dr. Nakabaki's press conference had been held. It must have fallen out of orbit without burning up in the atmosphere somehow. I knew it was crazy, but what other explanation could there be? The real question was, when did that happen? Mary, about that satellite. Yup. What a surprise, huh? What do you mean? What was a surprise? It made a huge kaplow sound. A huge kaplow. It certainly did make a sound, but I don't think it was a kaplow. I'd say it was more like a zoom. Did that satellite fall out of the sky? Did it? Do you think any aliens were on board? Had I lost my mind? What I had seen didn't match at all with what Mayuri was saying. Suddenly, nothing seemed real. Had I dreamt it all? Hey, you too! Just then, a uniformed policeman ran up to us, his expression stern. What do you think you're doing here? This area is off limits. You have to leave. We're sorry. First, my good man, let's call you Officer A. I have one question. Officer A? Thousands of people just vanished. You saw it too, didn't you? What are you talking about? Get out of here. I was quickly losing confidence in my own memories. I decided to tell him about Mikuse Kurizu and get him to call an ambulance, but before I could... Look, I don't have time for your nonsense. The policeman took me by the upper arm and said, no one got stabbed at Radikan. What? How can you say that with such certainty? While I was still trying to comprehend the situation, the policeman forcefully led us away. We were escorted up to UPX and released. There were people at UPX like usual. Actually, there were far more people than usual. The place was packed. Just as Officer had said, Chuodori had been blockaded by police so nobody could enter. There was nothing we could do, so we headed back to the lab. And that brings us to the present. I'm baffled. Did the whole hour since the beginning of Nakabaki's presentation really happen? I check online for any news. The net is buzzing about the mysterious machine that crashed into Radicon. All of the major stations in Tokyo, even ToTV, are running special bulletins about it. Fortunately, it doesn't look like anyone was hurt, but Chuodori is still closed off. Akihabara station is jammed with reporters and curious onlookers. Nobody has mentioned anything about the disappearance of thousands of people from Akihabara's streets, nor about Makize Kuruzu's murder. It's all a mystery. A mystery? I see. So that's it. From the sofa, I spring to my feet, a wide grin on my face. Daharu and Mayuri turn and stare. This is all an elaborate cover-up by the organization. Their influence has corrupted local law enforcement, which means our entire government may already be under their control. My God! But they underestimated me, for I am not so easily played. One day, I will expose their deeds and put an end to their reign. Having come to a satisfactory conclusion, I take a celebratory bottle of Dr. P, my favorite soda, from the fridge. You're drinking Dr. P? The lab has no air conditioning. Ice cold drinks are essential. Ah, the elixir excellentalize. A drink fit for a genius. I think that was totally a time machine and it crashed and broke, and then only this guy got affected somehow because he's special, I guess. Cola's better. Ocarine really loves his Dr. P. Dr. Penis? I pity the man who knows not the greatness of this beverage. Wahahaha. Okay. Step through the curtain dividing its center, and you'll enter the heart of the Future Gadget Laboratory, the development room. Just as the name implies, this is the room where we develop future gadgets. Needless to say, it's strictly off limits to outsiders. Yes, I know this setup is cheap. I would much rather have an airlock than a curtain, but our research budget is already scraping the bottom of the barrel. Besides, what's important isn't money, it's ambition. I poke Daru and bid him follow me into the development room. All of the windows here are weather-stripped with packing tape, so it's dim. And hot, almost like a sauna. I've been wanting to buy an air conditioner for the lab, but there's no money for that. We're currently accepting donations. Upon entering the development room, I pick up the lab coat that's lazily draped on the chair and put it on. I always wear a lab coat in the development reason. Bitch. I always wear a lab coat in the development room for practical reasons as well as symbolic ones. Daru, however, refuses to wear his. Putting it on and taking it off is apparently too much trouble for him. He can't be bothered to do anything that doesn't interest him. It's like men who give our generation it's men like him that give our generation a bad name. His lab coat, purchased from my own pocket money, I might add, just sits on the shelf. It's never been worn and probably never will be. Daru, is the plan progressing smoothly? What plan? Daru gives me a blank look. I sigh and turn his attention to the table in the middle of the room. Microwave oven. Sitting majestically on top of the table is a commercial-grade commercial oven. It's slightly larger than newer home models. The plan, as in the plan. Obviously, I'm talking about perfecting gadget number 8. Oh, that. How was I supposed to know what you meant? We've known each other for what? 3 years now? We went to the same high school. Now, we're going to the same university. We share an inseparable bond, like prison cellmates. He's only been a lab member for 2 months, though. We were in different classes junior year, and actually we didn't talk at all. So 2 years? Details. The point is, we've known each other a long time. I expect you to keep up with me here. Nope. Awkward silence. Man, all I wanted to do was have one of those cool cryptic conversations where we talked about plans and preparations and other important sounding stuff, but no one knows what it means except us. Shot down again. So are we any closer to figuring out what's wrong with gadget number 8? Not yet. Yo! So far, the Future Gadget Laboratory has completed a total of 8 inventions. As I explained to Alpaca Man, the lab's primary goal is to develop weapons for the war against the Dark Dominion, led by the organization that rules the world from the shadows. At present, we haven't completed any inventions of that sort. On the contrary, we haven't even figured out what we should make. But along the way, we have managed to create some ingenious futurish gadgets as a byproduct of our research. I'm very curious about this website now. I hope it looks exactly like it. Future Gadget Lab.com. No way, it's real. Yo, it's real. I have 2 computers. It is a fundamental truth of science that great inventions are often created by accident. In other words, serendipity. Allow me to introduce our glorious future gadgets. Bit Particle Gun. Gadget number 1, the Bit Particle Gun. Gadget number 2, the Bamboo Helicam. Gadget number 3, could this be Aura Aura? Gadget number 4, Mode Snake. Gadget number 5, once again, I've made a worthless object by Goemon. Gadget number 6, the Silaloon Saber. Gadget number 7, Ghost in the Ball. They can all be seen on the website Dara made, so feast your eyes upon the product of a mad scientist's genius. Gadget number 1 is a phone, and then a toaster, and then a monitor, and then a toaster. I like their broken link. I think that's really funny. Anyway, our current problem is future gadget number 8, the phone wave. Name subject to change. Phone wave is a pretty weak name, so I've added the name subject to change to the end until we come up with something better. For the record, it was Mayuri's idea, not mine. When a future gadget is completed, all 3 of us decide what to name it. I prefer names based on mythology or names with hidden meanings that need extra explanation to understand. Daru thinks my naming style is too ridiculous. He just doesn't have a passion for words like I do. Mayuri can't be bothered to remember difficult names. She says they don't fit in her head. And so our opinions on gadget names are always split. But I digress. The phone wave, name subject to change, is, in short, a remote-controlled microwave. You put food in the microwave before you leave, then on your way back, call the attached phone to start the heating process. Voila! Hot food ready for your arrival. So it's basically a piece of junk. A few days ago, however, we discovered that the phone wave, the way name subject to change, has a second unintended capability. Our brave, or possibly just ditzy, Mayuri has made it her daily routine to heat some frozen fried chicken by remote control. Long story short, she was defrosting her beloved juicy chicken number 1, as usual, when the unexpected happened. The chicken came out more frozen than when she'd put it in. The chicken refroze the chicken, or the microwave refroze the chicken. Since then, Daru and I have been searching for the cause. We tried copying what Mayushi did, but we just can't reproduce the freezing phenomenon. And when we tried to freeze a banana, it turned out really weird. I just don't get it. Daru, now looking completely fed up with the heat, starts fanning himself with his shirt. I know what he means by really weird. Let's see if we can't make it happen again. Mayuri! Mayuri! Bring forth the bananas! Are you gonna turn them into gel bananas again? That's been bugging me, Mayushi. Can you stop calling them gel bananas? But gel bananas are gel bananas. I take the bananas from Mayuri and stick the whole bunch in the phone wave. Name something to change. Why do you have to use the whole bunch? It's a waste of food. Your stinginess could cost us the battle with the organization. That's fine with me. Mayushi always buys the bananas. And now, Mayushi can't eat a single one. Next time, we'll only do one banana. But I already put the whole bunch in, so I ignore her hungry complaints. The phone wave, name something to change, is simple to use. It's a microwave with a phone taped on. The number is already in my address book, I just need to call the phone wave. Now, where did I put my phone? I checked my pants and coat pockets. Now, where did I put my phone? I checked my pants and coat pockets. Now, where did I put my phone? I checked my pants and coat pockets. Let's press the phone triggers button and call my cell phone, and make a call to the phone wave name subject to change. It allows to confirm the controller sets of config of the system menu. What? I don't think I read that right. Now, where did I put my phone? I checked my pants in my coat pocket. I don't fucking know what button that is. Let's press buttons until one of them works. Oh, I found it. It's Z. Oh my god. I'm connected. Hello, this is the phone wave. Name subject to change. This is the voice of Mayushi Guidance, the system Daru programmed to operate the phone wave. Do you hear Mayushi's voice? Be quiet. I'm trying to listen. You can operate the timer from this menu. After pushing the number button, please enter the heating time in seconds. For example, press number 60 for 1 minute. For 2 minutes, press number 120. Entering the command properly will cause the phone wave name subject to change to function like a normal microwave. Instead, we're going to deliberately mess up and enter 120 number. Oh, I'm pressing the buttons. That should do it. The method was originally a simple mistake on Mayuri's part, but it somehow started the freezing process. The phone wave, name subject to change, comes to life. Turntable begins to rotate. Nice turntable, right? It's even spinning backwards. Backwards? I never noticed that. That might have serious implications. If we look at quantum critical behavior driven by Hund's rule. Yeah, no. Not Hund's rule? No. Okay. The three of us wait and stare at the spinning bananas. After 120 seconds pass, the microwave chimes. Mayuri takes the bananas out. Gel bananas are ready! Oh, what the fuck? The bananas have become not bananas. Gelatinous blobs coated with a thin membrane. Oh my god, Allie's stream real? Well, now I gotta open her stream. It just gets more confusing each time. Hi, chat. I gotta pop into her chat like she hopped into mine. Dar, you wouldn't mind eating one of these, would you? Of course you wouldn't. It's for science. Your sacrifice will be forever remembered. They look really nasty. They taste doesn't matter. What matters is that you eat it. So come on, Daru, no need to be shy. Break a leg or stomach, and go for it. No way. Fine, Mayuri, the honor shall be yours. But Jobanas are all gloopy, droopy, soft, and squishy. Wait, she already tried one? It had no flavor and wasn't tasty at all. Gloopy, droopy, soft, and squishy. Daru, what do you think? Soft and squishy bananas, huh? Soft and squishy. Banana. Where is she? Say, your bananas all soft and squishy for me. Daru-kun, your nose is bleeding. Please just say it. Your bananas all soft and Don't make her say that, you perv. Daru retreats after I hit him with a tissue box. Mayuri looks at us with an innocent smile. She doesn't get it, obviously. Anyway. They're gelatinous, a semi-solid state of matter. In other words, there's a possibility that the intermolecular bonds are weakened. What could have partially liquefied the bananas? I've got it! I turn to the whiteboard and write freezing in the middle. Then I cross it out and slap the board with my hand. What we thought was a freezing function is actually something else. A bold statement if I do say so myself. So why isn't anyone surprised? Now's the time to shout, what you say? Come on, don't be shy. I gotta scoot this down, okay. Their reactions are pathetically weak. Mayuri probably didn't even understand half of what I said. We already knew that. Oh. The problem is we don't know what it is doing, or why it's doing it. If it's the opposite of freezing, then couldn't it be thawing them? What a silly question, Mayuri. What you're describing is just a normal microwave. Then, what is it? We don't know, and that's the problem. He's right. To be honest, I haven't a clue. In any case, there's nothing we can do about it now. It's time for Daru and I to head to Daimaru. There's going to be a seminar at ATF, and we have to be there. It's part of our studies at Tokyo Denki University. Summer credits, basically. Where am I? Hold on. Sorry. Okay. Summer credits, basically. We have to attend the seminar and write a report. Come to think of it, what's today's seminar about again? I got mail? No, I got an achievement for reading an email. You know, I'm really sad about dropping my UPA. It's worse than last year when I missed buying Fanny Gero Froggy. That's the one from last year, right? I thought you weren't interested. finally got replied to my email. I'm getting so many achievements for this. Behind me is the large, unidentified object that crashed into a building near Akihabara Station. The building is under police barricade. No one is allowed to approach, but from a distance, the object appears to be some kind of satellite. As we cross the overpass that connects the UPX and Dairu, I look down to see a huge crowd of people moving through the plaza. There are even some garishly dressed young men and women, the sort you don't usually see around Akiba. Everyone is walking towards Main Street, which is still cordoned off. Haru, aren't you going to check out Radicon? No point. Can't get close. I've been following the news. Online, though. There's already 100 threads about it on @channel. It's huge, man. Oh, so that's why he was staring at his phone earlier. No other reason. We enter Daibaru and take the elevator to the 5th floor ATF Assembly Hall. And feel that AC. I'm alive! Unlike the lab, Daibaru has air conditioning, yet another reason for our diligent participation in the seminar. About the phone wave name subject to change, I might have found our answer. You know, that name subject to change thing is really annoying. I won't give in that easily. Even if no other lab members use name subject to change, I will carry on until the day we decide its true name. Now's not the time. So, what's your latest ridiculous theory? What do you mean ridiculous? My genius brain considers every possibility, even those a lesser mind would say break the laws of nature. Don't you dare call that ridiculous. So basically, you're just pulling stuff out of your ass. You can't call that science. Third, I have a hunch that the phone wave name subject to change may be the key to opening Stein's Gate. How's that? Stein's what? You lost me back at ridiculous, man. A chime signals our arrival at the 5th floor. I peeked over at Allie's stream. This does not look like a Cozy Rain stream. Is it raining? Oh, it's totally fucking raining. That's crazy. I had no idea. As we step out of the elevator... Ah! I bump into someone. I quickly grab the person's shoulder to keep them from falling. I'm sorry. She's alive. What? It's a girl. I recognize her. I saw you die. You. Impossible. Chills run down my spine. I stare at her face in disbelief. I saw this girl just 3 hours ago. 3? Makise Kurzuru. Is there something wrong? Kurizu frowns and tries to back away, but I don't let go of her shoulder. My grip tightens. Ow! You should be dead! Why are you here? And you're even... There isn't a single blood stain on her clothes, and they're the same ones she was wearing when I found her. Only a serious wound could have produced that much blood. Yet as far as I can tell, she's completely uninjured. Not a scratch. Hey! That hurts. Let me go. Kurizu pushes me away. Then she shoots me a wary glare. I realize that I'm gaping in disbelief. What's wrong with you? You're okay? But that's impossible. Someone stabbed you. I saw you lying in a pool of blood. That again? Daru interrupts. Wait, there's something strange about what he just said. What do you mean, again? I mean, you sent me that email like a week ago, right? I sent you an email? Don't be ridiculous. I saw her dead just 3 hours ago. Hey, could you not talk about me like that? I'm perfectly fine. You know, that message was kind of weird. It was dated a week after I got it. Which means it came from the future. It came from the future? That sounds like something you'd read on the internet, Daru. It's rare for you to talk about ridiculous theories. No. The date was definitely a week later. It came from, the 28th. That's today! Daru pulls out his phone and shows it to me. He's right, the email was sent from my phone. I received it on July 21st at 12:56. But it was sent on July 28th at 12:54. It was split into 3 emails. Someone stab, Bed Makize K, Urasu, don't. Why did I send such a short message in 3 parts? It looks like the 3rd email got cut off. I do recognize the content, though. This is the email I sent you 3 hours ago. But I sent 1 mail, not 3, and there should be more text. Did Daru really get this a week ago? Interesting. Suddenly, Kurizu was standing next to me, peering intently at the screen of Daru's phone. Oh, right, the email's not important. Well, maybe it is, but not right now. The real question is why she's still alive. Is she an illusion? No. An evil spirit? Am I haunted? I don't believe in such unscientific drivel. I am mad scientist. I timidly reach out to Kurizu's face. My fingertips stroke her hair. Feels silky. Quite the cuticles. Substance. She has substance. Of course she's not a ghost. How silly of me. Okran, I don't think that's a good idea. I poked Charizard's cheek with my fingers. Such softness. Dead bodies don't feel like that. Not that I've ever touched one. Hey. Wait a minute. We already touched when I bumped into her coming out of the elevator. I even grabbed on her shoulders before being pushed away. And I still doubted that she had substance. That's just proof of how confused I am. If she's alive, then what did I see back at Rodicon? What was that scream I heard? Were they hallucinations, just like that masked appearance? That's right. She was stabbed. Maybe she's just hiding her wounds. This requires further investigation. Louise Chan's famous line for the win. Daru shouts something silly, but I ignore him and press Kurizu. I know what I saw. No way. Did you just see my under... Kurizu's face turns bright red. She firmly pulls her blouse down. No, you fool! Not that! Earlier this afternoon, after Dr. Nakabaki's presentation, someone killed Makize Kurizu and left her in a pool of blood. I carefully explained everything that I saw. Wait, Dr. Nakabaki? What are you talking about, Akrin? Dr. Nakabaki's presentation was cancelled. Cancelled? Yeah, because of the satellite crash. Something's wrong. Our stories aren't matching. It's the same thing that happened right after I saw the mass disappearance. Mayuri's story didn't match mine. I need to know. Am I caught in some sinister plot? Is this another organization conspiracy? Excuse me, my name is Hoyoen Kayoma. Really, man? You're hopeless. Okay, Hoyoen-san, I'd like to hear your story in more detail. Looks like she finally understands I'm not lying. But I still don't understand why my memories don't match everyone else's. I doubt that I can give her a good explanation. Just then, an older man steps out of the assembly hall. Makize-san, it's almost time. Huh? Oh, right, thank you. Kurizu glances at me one more time, then sighs and heads towards the small conference room. We should go too. Go where? To hear the lecture, duh. Ah, that. Daru follows after Kurizu. Did she come to attend the lecture too? Strange. Why would the girl genius, Makize Kurizu, need to attend a lecture like this? So that she can be stabbed! Okay, my guess was a bit off. The girl genius didn't come to attend the lecture. I'd like to thank everyone for coming to hear me speak today. She's the one giving the lecture? Japan's famous girl genius Makize Kurizu, who had her thesis published at the tender age of 17. According to Daru, she turned 18 a few days ago. I first heard about her when Daru pointed her out in a gossip magazine article. That's when he told me that she was going to be a guest at ATF. I'd forgotten all about it. It's my first time giving a lecture like this, so please forgive me if I'm not a little nervous. The audience is pretty mixed. It's mostly students like us, but there's also a couple of professors. And Kurizu just gave me a sharp look. What did I do? When I return her stare, she quickly averts her eyes. I don't care if she's a genius or whatever, I still don't like her. How long do you think this clapping will continue? She may have these people fooled with her timid girl act, but I learned at Radicon how cunning and aggressive she really is. Even if her murder was some kind of hallucination, my judgment of her character is still correct. For today's lecture, I've been asked to speak on the subject of time travel. It's not really my area of expertise, but I'll try my best. Time travel? Oh-ho! Let me start by saying that time travel is an absurd concept. Objection! What? Every member of the audience, not just Kurzu, is startled by my interruption. Perhaps I'm being slightly rude here, but I'm not the one to just sit and listen to some genius girl's drivel. This guy should not be allowed in conferences. It's presumptuous for you to claim that time travel is absurd. Okurin, you magnificent fool. Sitting at my side, Kurzu swells me a small salute. ATF staff are approaching, probably to kick me out. Perhaps I got too carried away. Okay. It's fine, I guess. It'll be easier to talk in a discussion format. Thanks to her proposal, the event staff refrained from escorting me out. She sounds a little pissed, but let's not mind that. But before that, please listen to my thoughts on the subject. Yo! What's up, gamer? Scientists have proposed many theoretical methods of time travel, but there are 11 in particular that bear mentioning. What are the major theories of time travel? I'm learning about time travel, Mark. I have heard about the cosmic string theory, at least. The 11 theories. Neutron star theory, black hole theory, light speed theory, tachyon theory, wormhole theory, exotic matter theory, cosmic string theory, quantum gravity theory, cesium laser theory. Yeah. Elementary particle ring and laser theory. Direct or anti-particle theory. It's okay, because this anime girl is delivering the speech. Not bad. Perhaps Mikize Kurzu is a worthy rival after all. This guy is so fucking stupid. However, all these models are purely theoretical. Some of them even contradict each other. Well, what if someone comes up with a 12th model? Huh? Right. Well... It could be contradicted by the 13th model, now couldn't it? Damn, she twisted my question and used it against me. She's good. Touché, genius girl. My god. Suddenly, I feel eyes on me. Some puffed up professors are giving me hard looks from across the room. Maybe I got too carried away. I don't want to risk losing my credits. I should back off for now. By the way, time travel to the future is available to us right now, according to Einstein's special theory of relativity. For example, let's say someone were to go to Haneda Airport and board a plane headed to Okinawa. Upon arrival, that person would be about 100 millionth of a second further into the future than I am. What does that mean? According to the special theory of relativity, time moves slower for objects as they approach the speed of light. For example, if you could run at a near speed of light, you could reach a point where time only moves half as fast for you. If you were to keep running at that speed for 24 hours, 48 hours would elapse in the rest of the world, meaning you would jump one day into the future. Understand, Hoyu and Koyoma? Gah! Why are you singling me out? Because I was singling you out? I'm doing my best to hold back, but it looks like Mikize Kurzu wants to pick a fight. I wish that she hadn't said that name in front of so many people. It's too great a risk to let other do. But that's not really time travel, is it? Now a professor calmly makes an objection. True, Mikize Kurzu's example isn't strictly time travel per se. But I never expected an older man, a professor at that, to refute an 18-year-old girl. Maybe he's just testing the genius girl's resilience. Yes, you're right. The genius girl readily concedes the point. If she were a normal 18-year-old, it would be impossible for her to be this calm in front of all these people. A normal 18-year-old would panic when refuted by such a distinguished-looking professor. And yet, Mikize Kurizu is giving off an aura of gustiness that says, I can take this guy on. What the fuck is he talking about? Then, what about going to the past? Going to the past is possible right now. Take a look at the sky at night. You can see light from tens of thousands of years ago, can't you? That's not time travel either. This time it's a nearby student who objects. Well, I was just getting started. Was it just me, or did Kurizu look a little nervous just now? Let's say we wanted to make a machine that could physically transport people through time. What would we need? The best candidates for this are cosmic strings and wormholes. A cosmic string is a string-shaped crevice with an extreme mass. You know who else is you know who else is a string-shaped crevice with an extreme mass? String-shaped crevice. That must be how they enter our universe. But do cosmic strings really exist? That's a tube. A crevice is about as wide as an elementary particle, and at least as long as the diameter of a galaxy. It has immense mass, so it distorts a space-time. If you were to travel through that distortion, you could make a full circle around the string in less than 360 degrees. In short, you can do something resembling a warp. This is called a space-time angular deficit. When you pass through an area of angular deficit, oh my god, transit time becomes 0. I dropped out of art school, man. I can't do this. Now we apply this to a cosmic string moving at near light speed. According to the special theory of relativity, time will flow slower for the cosmic string in relation to its surroundings. Therefore, passing through the area of angular deficit would cause the transit time to become negative instead of 0. In other words, you will arrive in the past after transit. If you use two cosmic strings, you can do a space deficit jump. If you loop back to your original location, you can return to the same time you started revolving. And that, roughly speaking, is time travel by means of cosmic strings. By the way, just so nobody misunderstands, cosmic strings are not the same as superstrings. Now then, you need 3 things in order to travel to the past with cosmic strings. First, the cosmic strings themselves. 2 strings, to be exact, by the way, are hypothesized to exist only where the universe was first formed, so they might be a little hard to find. Second, you would need the energy required to make them move them at near light speed. How much energy do you think you'd need to accelerate something as long as the Milky Way to near the speed of light? I'm pretty sure it's a little more than 1.2 gigawatts. What the fuck is a gigawatt? This earns a few chuckles from the audience. Third, you'd need a spaceship capable of reaching these cosmic strings and returning. With the time traveler alive, of course. What do you think, Huyuin-san? Care to take on the cosmic challenge? The challenge of cosmic string time travel? Like that's even possible. Why the hell is she addressing me? I wasn't even the one who jeered this time. Huh? Looks like Hoenn-san doesn't want to take the challenge. In that case, let's consider wormholes. They may be a little more realistic than cosmic strings. By the way, Hoenn-san, do you know what wormholes are? Of course I know what wormholes are. No, don't ask me. I'm trying to hold back here. Since I've been challenged, though, I can't leave the question unanswered. It's like a shortcut through space, right? Wrong. Yes, that's correct. Ooh, I got it right. I sigh inwardly in relief. There are 2 wormholes joined by a tunnel. No matter how far away the wormholes are, transit time through the tunnel is 0. But, oh no, there's a problem. The wormhole tunnel suffers from supergravity and collapses as soon as it opens. So we need something to negate the effect of gravity. So-called exotic matter. A substance with negative mass which repulses other matter. Negative mass, huh? Is it something that floats if you leave it on the ground? Maybe not. I can't even begin to imagine what it would be like. Kurizu raises her right fist. Say that the wormhole tunnel is being squished by an invisible fist. I was holding up my fist, but I was off camera because I was over here. But now I'm over here. In order to pass through, you need something that could oppose my fist's grasping force, so that I can't squish anymore. Kurizu opens her fist. If you stabilize the tunnel with exotic matter interdiction, instantaneous travel between the wormholes becomes possible. To travel through time, however, takes a little more effort. For example, let's say there's a wormhole entrance here in Akihabara, and the exit is in Los Angeles. First, we send the wormhole in LA all the way to the end of the universe at near the speed of light. And once it's there, we yank it back to LA. How? Well, you put it on a little string and then you go. In accordance to the special theory of relativity, time slows down for objects moving at the speed of light, meaning the hole that returned to LA would be further in the past than the Akihabara hole. So now, if Huan-sen jumped into the wormhole, he'd arrive in LA several years before he left. However, this still can't be called true time travel. It only seems that way. This is called the Urashima effect. The important part is to return to Akihabara from LA through the wormhole once more. Since the transit from time is 0, Huan-sen will return to Akihabara several years in the past. Time travel complete. The prerequisites for wormhole travel are simpler than the ones for cosmic string travel. First, the wormhole itself. They may exist somewhere in the universe, but nobody has ever seen one. Second, the energy required to move a wormhole to the end of the universe and back at near light speed. Third, exotic matter, which, by the way, has not been confirmed to exist. So, implementation of either one would require a ridiculous amount of effort. Now, do you see what I meant when I said that time travel is an absurd concept? Time travel theories are all just thought experiments. Not one of them can create a viable time machine. That is my answer. Isn't there anything simpler? Like something you can pull out of a drawer and just use or something? I'm afraid not. A firm declaration? This is the limit of modern physics. I can't say how it might change in 10 years, though. Besides, even if someone did overcome the logistical requirements, there may be other factors that prevent time travel from working. And that's because of fundamental problems concerning the principle of causality have not been yet solved. You mean time paradoxes? And conservation of mass? mass of the entire universe is constant. If a time machine traveled from the future to the past, there would suddenly be extra mass of time machine and its pilot in the past. I remember reading in a book, not a terrible, reputable book, but still, that such a violation of mass conservation would put the universe in danger. It didn't say what kind of danger, though. If you think that conservation of mass applies to macro systems like the universe or microsystems like atoms or elementary particles, you're mistaken. What? Is that true? Heh. She's laughing at my reaction. That little. Gah, how mortifying. Conservation of mass only applies to chemical reactions. It doesn't hold in modern physics at all. Something can come from nothing. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Then what is the problem? The time paradox of time paradoxes. In other words, the grandfather paradox. Oh, that thing where you kill your own ancestors before you were born? As long as this paradox goes unsolved, time travel can never be realized. Never. What if you just don't kill them? You can't think of it like a sci-fi movie. It's not just about your family tree. There are far greater dangers than that. Really? It doesn't seem that dangerous. Any paradox, no matter how small, would cause the total collapse of causality, relativity, and every other physical law in existence. Paradoxes are nothing more than thought experiments. They cannot occur in reality, and they should not. Nothing that has even a 0.000001% chance of causing a paradox can happen. The universe won't allow it. Wouldn't you say this for the logical conclusion? There may be loopholes like parallel worlds or the self-consistency principle, but those seem too much like fantasy for me to accept. Gah! I grind my teeth. When I see Maxie Kurzu looking at me with her composed expression, I avert my eyes. Looks like I have no choice but to concede. Makize Kurzu is truly a genius! I ended up listening for all of Kurzu's lecture at ATF. After the two time travel theories she introduced at the beginning, she explained the rest with equal eloquence. She seemed a little nervous at first, but that quickly changed as she spoke. By the end, it was an impressive lecture, so impressive that you wouldn't think of it as an 18-year-old's first time. She did well to respond to my malicious questions with sarcasm. She's got guts. Wait, why am I praising her? Leaving that aside, I saw Makize Kurzu dead. And yet she is alive. My memories don't mesh with reality. And not just about Kurzu, my conversations with Daru and Mariui don't make sense either. Everything would be solved if I just told myself that what I saw was in a dream, or an illusion. It never happened. But never say never. This leaves me with no choice. After parting ways with Daru at ATF, I head to Yanabayashi Shrine. I need to get exercise. I seriously doubt that the Makize Kurzu at ATF was a ghost. Regardless, it's natural to seek an exorcism after such an experience.